Hi there, it's day 330, and today's topic is to achieve something you never done before, you have to become someone you were not before. So get out of your comfort zone. Now, a comfort zone is something that you will be bombarded with videos in personal development. But what I like is what I read it here or listened to today. I don't know if it was Brian Tracy or Tony Robbins who said you have to become somebody else. It's a very new perspective that gives the whole thing a new identity for me, because in that it was Bodo Schäfer who said that there are two kind of people in the world. They are the ones who are in a comfort zone. They want to achieve something new, let's say more money, and maybe they can reach it by becoming self-employed and creating a business. And then suddenly they are confronted with problems, licenses, and so on. And then they think it over and they think, no, I wanted to have an easy life, so I better get back in my comfort zone. And from the other side, there are those people who are looking for freedom, financial freedom to decide from their self what to do, when to work, when to do what. And so they're look at problems and see, okay, I have to go through them to reach my goal. It's a very nice definition, but from this perspective, seeing those two, you see only problems that you have to overcome, and so you're focusing on what's in between me and my goal. But to look at who you are becoming is something totally different, because suddenly I'm focusing on the outcome and not what I will reach, but what am I becoming. I can't remember the name today. Sometimes I'm forgetting. So the master of Tony Robbins, he said, it's not so important the success and the money that you will receive, like when you become a millionaire. It's about what skills did you access. Because if somebody takes all your money, within a year you can be there again. And why? Because all of the skills. Skills give you this access to new jobs. Imagine just from all the people who are using a PC, a personal computer, 90% of them don't know even the basic things. So they can open and close a PC, and they can copy something, write something, but that's it. So if you know exactly how to use a computer, you will always find a job, because there are so many other people whom you can teach it. So that's just one example. There are so many examples you can find out yourself. And so with this skill, you are more certain, because you will always find a job. And then again, you will, by the way adopting the skill, you will become more self-aware of your own possibilities, of your abilities, that you have mastered them. So your whole personality and presence will change. The way you're talking will change. By explaining somebody, there will be a certainty in your words and an emphasis, so that people rely more on your opinion, because you have they have the impression you know what you're talking about. So then you gain also the trust. So there are so many other things that you're gaining just because you obtained one skill. And so from this point of view, that who you're becoming, it's something totally different that gives me a perspective to say, yeah, I always wanted to be somebody else, or always wanted to give impression, or whatever it is in your life. And so this gives you a drive, and suddenly you're becoming somebody. And if you look at it again, it seems almost that nothing changed. I mean, you can. I said in few days ago, I always wanted to change something, and although I studied and did so many things in personal growth, I had the impression that nothing changed. And why is this? And this applies exactly to what I'm saying here. That did you become somebody else? Of course you're learning. Of course you're adapting more skills. But the question is that how are you changing? You have to perceive that you have changed. And normally this is by becoming somebody totally different. And how is this possible? So I think if you have to change something in every field in your job, but even if you change your job, the question is more like to do different things, totally different things, so that your perception changes, the way you're thinking about things and the way you respond to them. And if you do this, although from somebody else seeing, and even if you haven't changed your job, haven't changed your friends and your partner, they will gain the expression that they have a totally other person in front of them. And why is this? Because if you have two people in the same situation, one can be grateful and happy and be optimistic in life, and the other the opposite. And why is this? Well, what is changing is the way you see things. You can be grateful for everything that you have in life, and then you be happy. And isn't this what it is all about? What would you give if you would be always happy in life, no matter what you have? There are people outside who have things like success and money and freedom, and they're not happy. So what is more worth? And finally, you become to the conclusion that it's just in your head. If you're always looking what you're missing, you will never be satisfied no matter what you have. If you're always wanting more, no matter what you have, you always look for new things instead of focusing that you have already much and you can work on new goals and then enjoy everything. And this is what it is all about, to become aware of your possibilities, how you see things, how you're thinking about them. And suddenly you're thinking, well, yesterday I was, looking the past and seeing problems, and now I see opportunities, and now I'm doing something. And by doing something in a totally different way than before, you're enjoying it because also your focus changes. The way you proceed people is changing. Suddenly you see everywhere happy people, and you try maybe to give a good service, and so they respond to you in a totally different manner than before. And although from outside it may be the same, that you have an interaction with other people, the quality of the interaction is changing totally. And so there's all small things, and we haven't learned how to look at many things. And because we always look more at the outcome and to try to monetize everything, instead of seeing that how every moment you can gain so much, making fun of something in a way that you have humor and you give other pleasure and happiness, and you're gaining from an interaction, learning their point of view, that widen your view on the world. And suddenly you have passed your day happy, making other people happy, making a positive contribution in your enterprise, and going home, making new interactions, making new friends. And so the whole way can be full of qualities that you have adjusted in a way that you never thought before was possible. And this is just a start, and suddenly you're thinking, how great can life be? Isn't this something worth changing and thinking about, to change your perspective and to approach it in a totally different manner? I think so. So choose, who would you like to become? What would you like that other people will say about you in every interaction? And so arise the quality of your life and your contribution, so that you be paid more, but more for your own satisfaction. So decide who you want to be, and then go for it. And don't forget to stay tuned to tomorrow. Bye bye.